Hi there, I'm Susan Charette.
And I'm Michelle Thomas. We are with Caliber Group at Compass, and today we are in Magnolia, and we wanted to show you this beautiful remodel that's going on.
I first saw this house back in October, and when it was a studs out, there was nothing but the studs. And it was a big clean out. They took 7 dumpsters to get rid of all the garbage that was in the house. And what we're seeing right now is a brand new metal roof, skylights, windows, new siding, and contractors are adding brick to the side facade of the front of the house. The Caliber Group actually started as the Caliber Real Estate Company, a boutique real estate company that started with investors who started out flipping houses and then went into renovating rentals and buying and holding doors. Really focusing on the investment side of things, acquisitions, foreclosures. And now we have just recently merged with Compass Real Estate. We're still that same group working as a team, and this is one of their remodels. So this is a comprehensive, they do everything above board to the luxury limit.
What's up, buddy?
We're inside the house now, and with me with Caliber Group is Dave Albers and Alan Vu, and this is
Bruce.
So we're gonna have them give us a quick tour of the house since they've been working on it since October.
All right, well, welcome to the house, guys. Been riding along with Dave here on this magnificent modern farmhouse here in Magnolia. It's a lot of M's. Wanted to take you through the house and show some of the ideas that have been coming to fruition. As you can see, the drywall's up, so a lot of the behind the scenes, behind the studs type work has been finished. So come on through. Dave, you want to walk us through this? This is the house, right? All right, so this is the formal living room. Ideally, this is the focal point of the house. This is where you show off the house. This is what makes the house unique. This vaulted ceiling actually was unseen when Dave first bought the house, and we actually discovered this by throwing a shovel through the wall. Yeah, do you remember that, Dave?
Yeah. So what's amazing about all these old houses is there's so much wasted space in the attic. This vaulted entryway right here was just a regular 8-foot ceiling. Obviously now it's a 20-foot ceiling, which it was just, and in Magnolia, that's about $250 a square foot. That's just sitting in an attic. Same thing in this room here, which obviously is pretty impressive. So, one of the things that we wanted to do is, really highlight this room. This, clearly is the highlight of the home.
So when you guys come in and do this kind of stuff, you aren't just painting and putting something new in. You're really considering the entire design and what does somebody want when they come into an old house like this.
Yes.
What's the best use for a house with this age?
Yes.
And in a neighborhood like this?
Right, and obviously in the price point, it's like you want something that's going to really wow somebody. That's
Awesome.
obviously what we always try to do.
Yeah.
And in new construction these days, which typically are modern boxes, you're not going to see a 20-foot vaulted living room.
And that stands out from all the new. You can buy new, but you could buy this too, which is essentially a new house.
Yes.
Maximizing the space, but
Yeah.
maintaining the charm.
Yeah, that's what I really love about Caliber, that you guys take that to the next level. You don't just come in and put in new counters and we'll call it good.
Yes. It's definitely a new house, but we like to highlight the old world charm.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
So originally the kitchen was on that side. Even in the designs, the kitchen was on the other side. But thanks to great input from Angela Kuhn, the kitchen was moved over to this side. And the reason why it is on this side of the house is we wanted to maximize the space and make this entire room feel as one and to connect to the patio. I remember, if I'm correct, this center wall is pretty much holding up the house.
Yeah.
There was a lot of discussion happening here.
This is the low grade
Yes,
house.
like it was jutted and all this stuff. I forgot what adjustments Dave made, but to really make this area flow, there was a lot of thought that Dave put into it.
So tell us what's going to happen here in the kitchen in terms of is this going to be an island? I'm just kind of guessing.
Yes.
Show us where the appliances are going to be.
Dave?
So, island, I don't really love to have anything in the island typically, but it's not the largest floor plan. So we had to put the sink in the island, which I think is okay. And then we're gonna have a Sub-Zero fridge here, 42 inch, so it's a little bit bigger than a normal fridge. 36 inch Wolf, which is a little bit bigger.
That's definitely gourmet, top of the line.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, we're gonna have gourmet pricing here, so we wanna make sure that we justify our gourmet
Right.
pricing.
And you're doing quartz counters and, or what are you doing?
It's gonna
for your
be a quartz type counter, man-made, definitely not granite, but some type of, there's always some new material coming
Okay.
out. We're not really sure about that, but, everything's obviously custom cabinetry.
Tell me, Dave, when you go to pick out a house, what are the things you look for in terms of profitability from an investment standpoint? Besides the dog.
All right, Bruce, you wanna talk or you want me to talk? I'll talk, okay. So obviously we live in Seattle, which is, one of the most expensive cities in the world. And you need to maximize, the project or what you're selling, right? So I always say you wanna have the wow, we have that here in this room. But something else, you obviously can't put a 20-foot vaulted ceiling in every house, right? I had the opportunity to do that, we obviously maximize that. But there's always 3 things that I like to add, and that is if you can get a second kitchen, get a second kitchen.
Right.
You wanna talk, Bruce? Okay.
What's the
So,
kitchen?
second kitchen, if it's not a full kitchen, like a second refrigerator, a second area that at least has a microwave or something, a second
So
area to cook.
multi-purpose, second use.
Right.
You can definitely use.
Multi-generational,
Yes.
Airbnb,
Exactly.
don't tell anybody, maybe you rent it to somebody, I'm
Your
not sure if
college-age
that's.
kid comes
Yeah,
home.
something like
Okay,
that,
perfect.
second area. Obviously, if you have a second kitchen with another family member or Airbnb or a friend or a long-term guest, you're obviously also gonna need the second laundry room.
Right.
Right? It doesn't need to be a full-size laundry room, but usually I will put the laundry room in the bottom floor and I will put a stackable section
So
in the
2
top floor.
kitchens, 2 laundries.
2 kitchens,
Awesome.
2 laundries. Okay. Another thing, we obviously live in a very expensive city, but we also
Yes.
live in a
close
very
density.
rainy city.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So the third thing is if you can get covered outdoor living.
Yeah.
So if you guys come out here,
Yeah, tell us about that.
the deck was always in the plan, but like an area like this, I've done this in the last few projects. I mean, you can actually entertain and have, outdoor living is big in Seattle. So obviously when it gets cold, you're gonna have the heat, we're gonna have a fan. I mean, you literally can entertain out here 12 months out of the year, as
Right.
opposed to most outdoor spaces or outdoor decks. It's probably 2 months out of the year.
Right. This is great
So-
because you can come out even if it's a little bit chilly like today.
Yep.
You can come out if it's full scale raining.
Yep.
It's also really hot and sunny. You can come
Yep.
out here.
There's
for
gonna be a
shade.
fan there.
And it's a
If-
great segue right off your kitchen where everybody
Exactly.
likes to entertain.
Exactly.
So Alan, tell us about the window that you're at here with
We're
Bruce.
very excited here for this window. It's a custom window that Dave ordered. The idea here is to connect the rest of the house to this room, right? So there's going to be a little serving window, pedestal window that will feed directly from the countertop here. And then the window is one of those collapsible ones, right?
It's called fold-up window.
Fold-up window.
Yeah.
So it's jewelry. So when we first walked into the house, you couldn't see anything here, right? And there was a wall here, and it was very narrow stairs. Bruce came up with the idea to open this up, and then we thought about putting skylights because we can actually have a peekaboo view of the water, Puget Sound through there. Dave extended it from.
Wouldn't have thought that this door needed to be in the hallway.
Right.
Because you would have been like, I mean, it seems natural now, but if you would have drawn this, you would have thought this was weird. That because you wanted this room to be wide open, right? I mean, when you think about it, so actually then we moved it to here, and then we ended up moving it to here so that it's in line with the railing.
Right.
And you kept that one line going.
Right.
Right? But, I mean, it started here, and then we had 4 meetings about it, then it ended up here, then we had 4 more meetings, and actually when you weren't here, it ended up right here, and it was like, yep, that was the one.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the master bedroom. Arguably the most important room in any house is the master bedroom and ensuite. Couple of little details that we went through and discussed a lot. Originally, the door drawn up by architects were here. Had to be moved because it was opening into the bathroom door. It was intruding there. So we moved it here, And then we moved it again over to here to bring it in line with the stairs. A lot of discussion, 3 hours of discussion there. Originally, there was not a master bathroom up here. Squeezing a luxury master bathroom was a challenge in here, and bringing in natural light was very important. So you'll see here, there's gonna be a double vanity, a small little area for a private toilet, and then a standing shower with a bench over here with freestanding glass. Luckily, we had the opportunity to vault the ceilings to have more space in here, and have enough leftover space to have somewhat of a walk-in closet. I think this walk-in closet will suffice, even at this price point. And then we look over here. This is what made this room the master bedroom. I believe that the old master bedroom used to be on the other side of the house, but with this view, we had to add the bathroom on this side. Because this is really where you wake up in the morning, or you read a book in the afternoon, and maybe have a cup of coffee, watching the ferry go by the Puget Sound. And so this is really where it's at. One thing that Dave did do, when Dave goes through his projects, he does it like he lives in the house, right? Under the regular insulation here, he brought in people to foam spray the ceiling, then put the insulation, then put the drywall. Reason being is there's a lot going on in this house. It'd be nice to centralize and keep noise within, compartmentalized in each room, but also because of the metal roof, when it rains, to keep that noise out, just in case you have hail or bigger raindrops. And so that's kind of, when Dave was talking about the excitement, a lot of the hard work is done before the drywall's up. It's things like that.
That's great.
So.
Thanks so much for joining us. We're so excited to show you more of these fantastic renovations.
So stay tuned. We'll be back as the progress on this house continues.
Bye!